Hi, this is Wilson Lee Flores here at Kamuning Bakery Cafe. I want to comment lang on the latest news here in the Philippines. President Bongbong Marcos just today, May 22, 2025, ordered the courtesy resignation of all his cabinet secretaries to give him a chance to give new direction, hopefully, for the Philippine government. Congratulations to President Bongbong Marcos. I think this is one sign that he is now listening to the voice of the people. If you remember, last week in May 13, just one day after the election, the midterm elections, I was interviewed for Pandesal Talks by Mr. Lance Cham. And then in the analysis that I gave about the midterm elections, I said the president should not listen only to people who are psychopaths. Psychopaths, ibig sabihin mga sipsip. Psychopaths in government who always give him only good news. Because the midterm elections was very big bad news for Bongbong Marcos' presidency. It was a tidal wave of protest votes against the government. It was a tidal wave of protest votes against the Marcos administration, giving rise to the victory of many candidates of former President Rodrigo Duterte and Vice President Sara Duterte, including two anti-Marcos Liberal Party candidates for senator like Bam Aquino and Kiko Pangilinan. Of course, in the Duterte side, you have the winners like Bongo became very strong #1 sa Senate race. You have Bato de la Rosa, you have Congressman Marcoleta from nowhere, rose all the way to very high. Even the president's own elder sister, Amy Marcos, abandoned the government alliance coalition in order to win, going to the opposition Duterte side in order to win. In my interview last May 13, I said very clearly my unsolicited suggestion to President Bongbong Marcos. I am sincere. I want the Philippine government and the Philippine economy to do well. We have no choice. We have to wish good future for the Philippine economy, whether we like the government or not. I suggested, since the people dislike the policies of President Bongbong Marcos, the socio-economic policies seemingly had failed. Even the foreign policy fixated about quarreling with China and conflicts, it has failed the economy and the people. Even the agriculture policies have failed. We have not produced 20 pesos rice per kilo, normal circumstances. We don't have food security. We don't have good peace and order. Everything is in disarray. So I suggested to the president, he should fire half of his cabinet. There should be a big cabinet revamp. The courtesy resignation is the first step. I recommend to show sincerity to the people. If I were President Bongbong Marcos, I will fire one half of the cabinet. The rest, courtesy resignation, okay, but I will kick out one half of the cabinet because the government has failed in the last 3 years. We have a failed government, unfortunately. What is my proof? Bad economy, low foreign direct investments. Tourism, we are lagging behind. We are mediocre in tourism arrivals. Vietnam, a war-torn country, no English-speaking population, they have already surpassed the Philippines in tourism arrivals. If we don't shape up, if we don't seriously do reforms in this country, we, the Philippines, will lose out next to Cambodia and Laos and other neighbors of the Philippines. So I congratulate President Bongbong Marcos for his ordering courtesy resignations for all his cabinet secretaries. But that is only first step. That is only cosmetic move if he does not fire one half at least of his officials in the government, because many of them are not performing. Sorry to say, the president recently had an interview. President Bongbong Marcos said that his government has failed to communicate the achievements of his government. Unfortunately, I am very frank to say the achievements of his government are very few and very little. It's not the communication that is the problem, it is the substance and the achievements that are lacking. So I hope the next 3 years, our government, our hope Bongbong Marcos, the president, will focus on the economy, will focus on using foreign policy to boost our economic partnerships and cooperation economically with US, with European Union, with China, Russia, ASEAN countries, and others. Let us not focus on quarreling politically, domestically, and not focus on quarreling foreign policy with China. It is the weirdest policy that China is our biggest foreign trade partner, and we are every day quarreling with our neighbor, every day finding little details of quarrels and trying to poison our economic relationship, trying to sabotage our diplomatic relationship. And I'm very worried with all this anti-China rancor and hatred. We are actually diminishing, endangering the Philippine brand name in the largest, richest consumer market in the world, which is China. 1.4 billion affluent and rising wealth consumer market. We are endangering the Philippine brand name. Baka we cannot sell any more tourism, exports to China with all this negative, non-stop negative news, negative actions, negative hostility, as if we are at war with China. I am worried. While the rest of ASEAN, all the other ASEAN countries, no exceptions, are trying to boost export to China, are trying to do railway cooperation projects, foreign investments with China. While what are we doing? Our foreign policy is all focused on quarreling with China and buying arms from the West. Buying arms from the US, from France, from Europe, Australia, and Japan maybe, and trying to do all these military exercises, joint patrols and everything. Why don't we focus our diplomacy, our foreign policy on boosting our economy, exporting more to China, USA, Russia, Europe, instead of buying from Europe all these overpriced weapons. Also domestically, I congratulate President Bongbong Marcos for saying he wants peace domestically, he wants less quarrels, but there will only be less quarrels if his actions or his officials will lessen the toxic politics against Vice President Sara Duterte and her father, ex-President Rodrigo Duterte. The impeachment, the arrest and detention in The Hague, in ICC, all these are part of very toxic politics which have dominated Philippine news, have dominated Philippine politics instead of the economy. I hope the cabinet courtesy resignations will lead to firing of at least half the cabinet and then real reforms, real changes. Is it possible for President Bongbong Marcos to fire many politicians and hire more technocrats in the cabinet? His late father, Ferdinand Edalin Marcos, whether you like him or not, the late elder President Marcos had appointed many brilliant technocrats. Technocrats meaning economists, engineers, business people who are not politicians. Why do we have so many politicians and lawyers all over the cabinet, including in his inner circle? Why don't he appoint technocrats, economists, engineers as his advisors, as his key people? Thank you very much. By the way, listen to Pandesal Talks, the podcast, follow us. Also, please follow Wilson Lee Flores YouTube. Please kindly like and subscribe and follow Wilson Lee Flores YouTube channel here.